Welcome everybody to CCS Season 6. My name is Dronis. It is good to see everybody. Welcome. We have ourselves an incredible matchup, a top 3 matchup here in the Collegiate Conference Series. The reigning champs of Akron, the Zips, taking on Florida. The Gators, of course, being a top 8 team last season. They're expected to be another stellar team, as they always are. This one, it's a little bit interesting, considering this is week 3 of Season 6, but this was a non-conference match from week number 1. So this match was technically supposed to be played a couple weeks ago. Unfortunately, a lot of scheduling issues have been happening. It is the summertime. This is when we were able to get these two teams to be played. Here they are. They're finally ready to go. And you know what? It's going to be incredible. There's not much else to say. I'm happy that both these teams are here. Both these teams are ready. It's good to see them both. But I mean, I believe everyone is just ready to go. I mean, so we'll just get underway without further ado. But once again, it is good to be here. This is my first call of CCS Season 6. I've been very busy with school myself, and it's good to be here. Good to have all of you back for the summer season of the Collegiate Conference Series. But without further ado, Game 1 between Akron and Florida set to go. Akron, of course, after week 2 of the power rankings, they were still rated number 1, but they were beaten by Syracuse not too long ago. We've seen weakness from Akron, early on in the season. Happened last season where they were beaten in non-conference from Drexel, but they are still the reigning champs, and they're going to get on the board. First, Melio, big challenge, and Oxy, the quick reaction to be there. Oxy currently playing in California. You can see a little bit. Actually, the difference in ping is just fine. We are playing on a central server for Oxy and Akron, and honestly, you couldn't even tell just by looking at it. And that being said, this is again a top 3 matchup. In the latest power rankings, Florida did come in at number 3, and of course, Akron were number 1. Most likely, they're going to get moved down to 2 with their loss to Syracuse, maybe further if they're not able to take down Florida. Appreciate you, Stormy Rhyme. I see. There is game audio. I just believe it is incredibly low. It should be a little bit better now. I apologize for that. Yeah, again, I don't host on the mainstream too much, so still, we're working out the settings a little bit. But Game 1 cruising right along, and Akron holding on to their lead quite well as K Frost will answer back for Florida. Nice dime middle across from Hammy. Slow play through the corner, got up quickly and was able to sneak it past 2, and Akron just not ready for that explosiveness. Again, I'm really intrigued to see how these two teams face off. Again, the summer season here in CCS, it's always going to be a little bit more awkward. It's always going to be a little bit different comparatively. Some teams not going to be playing at full strength. Some teams might need subs for a majority of the time, and it makes things a little bit more awkward. And by the way, K Frost is now in place of Raid, True Raid for Florida. That was the starting third last season. Now having K Frost on the roster here in the summer. Oxy takes it across. Hammy, another good beat. K Frost top right, and K Frost making their impact known here versus the reigning champs. Another pass middle from Hammy, but this one beautifully put. Top right corner. And Florida will bounce back and take themselves a lead here in game number 1. And Again, Akron, we've seen them get off to slow starts to some seasons, but regardless, they tend to sharpen up so fast. When the going gets tough, they're one of the most clutch teams in this league, if not the most clutch team in this league, and they have showed it for multiple seasons, being the only two-time champs in all of the Collegiate Conference Series history, and they're trying to make it three-time champs here in Season 6, but we already saw that there might be a new favorite in Syracuse. The Orange have themselves a incredible looking roster. Again, if you don't know Syracuse' new roster, that being Gavilon, Gababy, and Lesser, with Tiz on the lineup as well, and that roster is just that is a scary roster, and especially kind of getting their footing here in Season 6, which, you know, has a few less teams, a couple teams not quite on having their main rosters put together because it is technically the summer term. It's gonna be a dangerous looking squad over from Syracuse, and they're gonna be looking to make a run. But Akron, you know, they already made history last season by, you know, being the only team in CCS history to win 2 national championships, and now they have a chance to win 3 in a row here in Season 6. As you know, they still have this great roster of Jonathan, Melio, and Oxy. But we got to see if they can first take down Florida, because right now the Gators extend their lead. Oxy tried to catch that one away, but Hammy was lurking, and he strikes for the third for the Gators, 3-1 up. Go U of F, and this is a really strong looking Florida look as well. I mean, ultimately having to replace Raid does sting a little bit. Raid was always a solid piece of this team, had quite a bit of chemistry with Larry and Hammy, but K-Frost has proved to already be a strong addition. Looking forward to seeing how this team develops as a trio as the season goes on. Oxy might have himself lined up a shot. K-Frost, big early block. Melio trying to get it away from Larry. Will went into the corner. Bump there. Jonathan's got a look. Puts it top right. Shut down by Larry. K-Frost in transition. Has Larry far side. Tries to deliver. It will break past everyone. Time ticking down, however, for the Zips. Not a lot of time and options to try and get this first game back. Florida just holding on so well here. Melio chips in middle. Oxy and Jonathan both there. The redirect from Jonathan sent sky high. It will be cleared away. Another redirect from Jan, and now Oxy trying something off the sidewall, but that will come to conclusion here in game number 1. Florida will get things started, in Akron trying to really turn things around, but it proving to be very tough. Again, they've only played their one non-conference match so far, and that was a loss to Syracuse. Florida, on the other hand, they've played a non-conference match, and they have already played 2 conference matches. They've already got 2 under their belt, and they have won both, so they're of course looking very strong. They beat Northeastern, was their other non-conference matchup. And then already in conference play, took down Arkansas, took down Texas. Not too much of a problem for this Florida team. And Akron might be the next victims of the Gators here. And again, a postponed non-conference matchup. I am going to reiterate that a few times. Again, we are technically in week 3 of CCS Season 6, but because this was obviously a really strong non-conference matchup, it was pushed all the way back to week 3 just to make sure these 2 teams could face off. And here they are finally getting into it, and Florida will take game number 1. And yeah, Florida, they're looking to be the top dog in this one. I'm excited to see what really they're able to do in this one. I'm expecting them to be very, very strong as always. They always seem to be one of those very best teams, and we'll see how much further they can make it here this season. Would expect them to be a tournament team as they have been. We'll see how far they get. Again, last season they made it to top 8 before being eliminated by the eventual runner-up in Michigan State. And that was another very strong matchup. And then, you know, in that national championship match, Akron proceeded to absolutely tear apart Michigan State. That was the first sweep we've ever seen in a CCS national championship, was Akron over Michigan State, which just seems insane. Again, just shows when this team is really on, they're the team to beat. And we have hardly seen anyone be able to do that here in CCS. Now, good look from Hammy and K. Frost. Larry follow up. K. Frost, good pre-flip, sends it middle. No one there early. Back pass to Hammy. Shut down by Jonathan. That'll ensue a counter for the Zips. K. Frost will shut this one down from Oxy. Gets boost, gets possession, takes a 50. Jonathan cuts it all the way across. Sideball redirect, no good. Jonathan. Upfield to Emilio, a little bit too hefty. K-Frost was there, outspeeds another, and K-Frost is playing like he's on a mission here in this series. Has shown some great speed early on in this matchup, and Akron struggled to really lock him down early. Hammy goes left, was expecting Larry to be there. Demo comes through from Oxy. K-Frost intercepts the passing play. Oxy, not a ton of boost, gets the reset, goes high, gets the double, but it was tapped away. Larry sends it out, but it's right into the hands of Jonathan. He wants the flick. Hammy, pre-jump stop to shut it down. Emilio reset, rebound, turned away as well. Akron showing off some of their offensive capabilities, but Florida being right there in tow, shutting things down. Seeing a lot of pressure on the Gators side from the reigning champs, but Florida proving their defense to be just as strong. Now here's a shot from Oxyan. You can be as strong as you want, but if you're not on the field, there's not much you can do. Jonathan took out Larry, left Hammy all by his lonesome with no boost, and Oxy there to punish for Akron. 2:32 left here in the second game, and Akron trying to get right back into this series. Do not want to let it go 0-2 in favor of the Gators. Hammy, there's no boost to work with. Larry gives it back to him. Will steal that corner boost, trying to slip his way around Oxy to no avail. K-Frost will just do that. Can't get around Jonathan. Reset, no scoop. Larry delays the flip, leaves it for Hammy, gets around Emilio. It's a 2v1. Larry lead blocking Oxy. Just has no escape. Florida tie it up. A beautiful 2v1, and poor Oxy sent into the bar. Just had no escape from the lead blocker. 1-1 goes the scoreline. And looking to see Akron start shaping up in this one. Akron's a team who you expect them to dominate when it comes to conference play as Hammy. What a play to set things up. K-Frost got the cleanup, reset, bounces off the ceiling into the ground pinch. And K-Frost there to clean it up, off by mere inches. Right post into the bar, and K-Frost there to tap it in to give Florida a 2-1 lead. And what a setup from Hammy Crackers, who has always proved to be a stunner for this Florida team. And this is now back-to-back games where Akron got the first goal, but it's Florida who immediately turn it around from down 1 to up 1. And now, less than 80 seconds to just to try and defend this lead. Maybe add on one more. Larry, big 50 over to the far side. Jonathan. Reset, uses it for the wave dash. Cut K-Frost off the corner, trying to speed things back up. Oxy lifts it high. Hammy looking to keep it there. Another good challenge from Oxy. This one will fall to Larry. Sidewall, K-Frost lurking. Gets it around another Emilio, and Oxy will take it away for the Zips. Hammy sends it right back. A little bit of ping pong here in the final minute of regulation. You can see Akron just really trying to gain control of possession, but Florida all over them. Not really giving them a moment to themselves. K-Frost sidewall. Oxy there storms through, picks up the boost, but a big 50 will again turn things the other way for the Gators. Jonathan, maybe a late 50 here, shut down by Frost. No one middle for Akron. Emilio a bump. Jonathan through the corner. Larry's got no boost. He's in trouble, but he still shuts down Jonathan out in front. Time ticking down. Time running out for the Zips. Jonathan booms it way downfield. Larry up high, just trying to stall some time. Jonathan needs to keep it alive. No good on the flick. He's bumped out, and Florida up 2-0. The Gators, even while conceding first, still able to turn things around so sharply and immediately get right back into it. Hammy Crackers, of course, leading that offense, getting the one goal and that one beautiful reset ground pinch assist to Frost. And now game number 3, and Florida knocking on the door of a sweep versus the reigning champs. Akron, again, they've already suffered one loss here in non-conference play, and they very well might suffer a second. They need 3 in a row, and at this point, Florida, they don't look like they have any chance of giving that up. We'll have to see if the Zips are going to be able to turn things around. Oxy, good low 50. Demo comes through. Larry was tripping off that near post. Got some support from Frost, who's now bumped out up high. Larry dives in, 50ing Oxy to fall. Straight to Hammy. Plenty of boost. Not a ton of space. Still gets it over. Jonathan. Oxy up high will find the clear out. Okay, Frost taking control of the midfield. 2 quick touches. Has to let it go. Larry out. Shot from Jonathan kept out by K-Frost, who has just been anywhere that Florida need him offensively, defensively, has looked great in this matchup versus the #1 team of Akron in the most recent power rankings. Again, those rankings are set to shift after this week. Emilio, no boost left. Hammy towards the back wall. Oxy just trying to play it patient. Wins it to the corner. Has boost now. Larry, another good challenge. And the Gators have just been doing so well all series at minimizing the control from Akron. And now Hammy will slot this one in that lower corner. K-Frost, a good challenge here. Got that second touch over Oxy. You can see no one covering the left side of the net from Akron, and Hammy there to take full advantage from the Gators. We'll have to see if Akron can again stabilize on defense and still get that offense going. Hammy, long shot, cut down by Oxy. Larry through the corner, can't go much further. Jonathan bumped off of that clean control. K-Frost, a late 50. He's just going to take it himself. He wants the double. He's got it. K-Frost, why not? The open net, not too easy. Let's turn it into a double. And Florida are up 2. Got a huge 50 late and somehow able to find his way through. He could have taken the open net, could have passed it middle to Hammy, and instead he just wanted the double out front. And Akron have not been able to stabilize. And Frost, what a save there on the redirect in close from Emilio, as he has just been everywhere for the Gators. Emilio works his way through the corner. Larry will take this one out, trying to scoop it over Oxy. That he does, gets it forward. K-Frost is there, can't backflip it in close. It will just fall by the wayside, but again, Florida seem to be having such an easy time finding their way in the Akron side with control, and the Zips their rotations have just looked a little bit off this series. We've been seeing them get a little bit too congested. They have not been spreading out well enough, and Florida is a team who have been able to pick them apart time and time again. Now Akron really got to turn up the aggression here. They got 2 minutes to try and score at least 2. Might be 3. Frost trying to break his way through. That he does. No one can stop him. No one can come between him and a third goal for Florida. Takes out Emilio, gets the cut in time past Oxy, and he was just unstoppable rushing down the field. Now the Gators are in just a prime position to close this thing out. 2 minutes left in Akron. They need 3, at least 3, just to send it into overtime. And again, Florida, it does not look like they have any intent on taking their foot off the gas pedal here. Hammy trying to go middle. We'll just take it across. And again, there's just no one there for Akron. Emilio will sweep it away off the sidewall. Now not much here. K-Frost dodging the demo, waiting patiently, shuts it down. Jonathan, good boost take here. Late reset scoop. But you can see Larry and Hammy just waiting down towards net. You can see they're not feeling almost any fear. And Akron trying to maybe do a little bit too much on some of these plays, and Florida just sitting back and waiting. The clock, of course, favoring them heavily in this spot. All they got to do is stall for 1 more minute, and they will take down the reigning champs. And that would start off Akron 0-2 here in CCS Season 6, and that would be the first time, if I'm not mistaken, that Akron have lost 2 regular season games ever. As Emilio will turn in 1, so it's not down and out yet. Oxy, good pass upfield. Emilio, beautiful shot on target here that just caught everyone off guard. And that is correct, I believe, in both Season 4 and 5. Akron have dropped a non-conference game. Other than that, they have not lost in the regular season, so this would be their first time dropping 2. And that could also, Jesse brings up another great point, Chad. This could be the only time they've ever been swept in CCS history. We might have to fact check that. But that would be absolutely incredible if Florida are able to do this. Oxy trying to take it across, and the Zips are running out of time. 10 seconds left. They have to score here. Larry's got no boost. Still makes the save. Frost sweeps away the clear. Shot on target. Cut down by Larry. And that will do it. Florida sweep the reigning 2-time champs of Akron Gold. And that is the first time that Akron have gone down in 3. Florida look sharp as sharp can be in Akron with a very tough start to the season. 0-2, dropping to Syracuse and now dropping to Florida. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That being said, I mean, congratulations, of course, to Florida on the W. Frost, Larry, and of course, Hammy Crackers. This team is looking vicious. I'm excited to see more of them as they have continued to impress. Already 4-0 overall on the season. That being said, that is all I have for you guys. It was a blast to see this one. And Emilio says they did get swept last season. Okay, well, misinformation. But once again, congratulations to Florida on the W.